Good morning, everybody. It's Sharon Wilson from Stampin' with Sharon, and today it is Friday, the 1st of April. So, yay! Oh, the first quarter of the year is gone. I can't believe it's April already, but there we are. Today, I wanted to share with you some more products that are on the last chance products list. It is the sweet ice cream bundle that I mentioned last week. That is a bit sad that it's going, but we're getting some brand new products through, and today is pre-order day for if you're a demonstrator. And so it's also a very exciting day for us as demonstrators because we get to order brand new product that we can play with earlier than everybody else. So I know that can be a bit of a incentive for some people to go, oh, I want to see all the new products early. And so it's a great time to actually join my team and purchase that starter kit, which is the best deal that you can get in the catalogue. It's only $169. You get $235 worth of product within that $169, and so you can choose your own product as well, which is even better. And then you can join my fabulous team of lovely ladies stamping. They're an amazing group of women that, yes, I would not know if it wasn't for Stampin' Up. And I love that. I love that about Stampin' Up. So let me show you what we're going to work with today. And I'll just put a few things aside. Move my mouse out of the way. Go to my overhead camera. There we go. And I always lose my picture in picture, don't I? There we go. There's my picture in picture. So hopefully you can hear me okay, and yeah, you can see everything okay. I am going to show you, here we go. So it's the sweet ice cream. This stamp set is on special, 50% off. I will grab my little, I have my little sheet here somewhere that tells me how much everything is. And I checked on the shop, it is still available. It is reduced from $30 down to $15. You get 18 stamps in the stamp set. And the punch is, this is the ice cream cone builder punch, this one. And this one is normally $31, again, 50% off. And so it's what's that, $15.50? Let me just work out my maths. Hang on, it wasn't on that page, it was on this page. There you go. Yeah, $15.50 for this punch. $15 for that, so $30.50, and you get a beautiful bundle of products. I do need to say the shipping has increased slightly as of today. So it was $5.95. Shipping is now $6.95 or 6% of your order, depending on which is more. So if it's, I haven't actually done the figures, it's usually under about $106 or something, $105, $106, and then you'll, yeah, then it goes over to the 5%. So, but with the starter kit, if you actually purchase the starter kit, it's free shipping. Yay. So this is what I'm working on today. I'm going to do a few fairly simple cards just with white and some cardstock, white cardstock and ink, and just make some really simple ones, and then I might step them up a tiny bit. So I've got a few ideas. If you're watching along, make sure you say hello. I like to see who's watching. I thought I saw a couple of people pop up saying they're watching. But I'll first mount my stamps. There's the old catalogue. I was about to ask myself where I put the stamp set. Where was the stamp set? It's right in front of me. So you've got some little ice blocks, what we call ice blocks in Australia. So you've got two of them that they can match up. I hope you can see that. Yes, you can see them. Hey Sam, how are you going? I saw you message me, but I haven't actually had a chance to read it. Sorry. Hey Julie. Good to see you all popping on to say hello. I like it when people join me for stamping. It makes it a bit more fun. You can help me with my designs if I get stuck. I have an idea in my head what I want to do, so I've had a very, very quick play this morning. Didn't make anything, but just did a couple of practice things of something. So hopefully what is in my head can come out. Because you know how it is. Sometimes it just doesn't want to. Thank you. So I might do that on the block. And you've got some sprinkles and some other dots. And I've got quite a few little blocks as well that I pulled out. Oh, so there's some stamps I haven't used in this stamp set. So there's like a little raindrop. I assume it's like the ice cream dripping. And I don't think I have ever used that one. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. Like there's a little raindrop. There you go. I assume it's just the ice cream drip. Oh, that's good, Sam. I'm glad you're getting better. In time for next week. In time for next week, I hope. Next week I have my craft retreat. So there won't be a live Friday Facebook Live next week. I'll probably do a pre-recorded video for next week because I believe I'll still be packing. And I'm leaving reasonably early, so I need to make sure I'm ready to go. Because I pick up a friend on the way through. So, last one. I'm just going to mount them all just because then I at least have them ready to go. So, yeah, so this is the stamp set, the Sweet Ice Cream, reduced down to $15 right now, while supplies last. And the ice cream cone builder is $15.50. So they're both 50% off right now. So if you love these as much as I do, grab them now while they're discounted. $30.50 and you get two stamps, a bundle of products. So I think that is pretty fabulous. So in the catalogue, there's a one sample. That's the word I'm looking for. One sample that they've done. So I'll probably use this idea similar. I'll use a similar idea, but I'm just going to use stamp straight onto the cardstock to start with, and then I'll just, as I said, I'll step things up a bit as I go. So, and I pulled out so many stamp in colours today. I've got two colour collections. Whoop, that one fell off. Two colour collections of subtles and brights, and then I've also got my in colours that are retiring. Don't forget the in colours are retiring, so if you love the colours that I was using last week, make sure you grab them while they're still available. And even some of them are on special as well, so even better. So I'm just going to use white on white, and I've just trimmed it down again. So these, I think a few weeks ago I mentioned I was using some old card kits. This is the card kit. It was a very simple card kit, and I never pulled them apart to put back into my cardstock supplies. So I thought I'll just continue to keep using them while I can. So here I am. I'm going to pull out my crumb cake today, and I'm going to grab out the ice cream cone. Hopefully I can actually stamp pretty straight. That's my hope. Let's see if I can. It's pretty dark, but let's just go with what we've got. I'm just going to go with it today, and hopefully it all comes out well in the end. And I'm just going to use some this is soft suede, just to add a bit of texture, interest to the cones. And then I'm going to use the ice cream, this ice cream one here. And what colours do I want to use today? What do I want to do? I might go with some brights to start with, I think. So let's just see. Morning, Kathy. Oh, you know what? The people that are actually commenting today, I'm gonna get to see them all next weekend. I'm very excited. Do I go with those three, or do I? No, I think that's going to be a bit too much. So let's try a few subtles. I think we'll keep the Daffodil Delight. How about those three? Let's go with those three. Daffodil Delight, Calypso Coral, and Balmy Blue. 7 Sleeps Till Camp. Yes! And I do have my Stampin' Scrub. I'm hoping that today I actually have everything and I don't have to hop up and go and grab stuff like I normally do. So disorganised, I feel, every week. So let's go. We don't need dimensionals right now. So I'm just going to do full strength on all of these and clean in between. Oh, it's a bit off centre. Let's try that again with a bit more centered. There we go. That's a bit better. And some Balmy Blue. There we go. Oh, that's a bit cute. I don't think I left enough space down the bottom, so my sentiment will need to be, I think, up the top. So I think I'm just going to go with black. I do like going back to the black, just so that we can yeah, I think it just sort of lets the colours shine a bit more when we go back to black. So let's go with some Happy Birthday in black. And oh, sorry, I'm just going to stand so I can see where I'm stabbing, and that way hopefully you won't get my head in the shot. Yeah, I don't mind this colour combo. Like it pulls out pretty quick. I pulled it out pretty quick. It's not fully stamped well, but oh, I know what I was going to bring out today. I was like, can I grab my Stamparatus? And I forgot. That's okay. We'll just use blocks today. I'm not going to go over there. So I've got that so far. I'm going to just pop it up on dimensionals. It makes I feel like it just makes the card stand out a tiny bit more. I put a bit underneath me today, so that's good. So, first card. Oh, and we're only 12 minutes in. Yay! I did start a tiny bit earlier today. Just a tiny bit. Alright, let's stay with the same colour combo. And we'll actually step it up a tiny bit. So, I'm going to just pull out another kit. So I've got two of these, but this is going to be my sort of like scrap paper. So, what I'm going to do this time is, oh, I've got to work out where my ice cream cone is. Yep, okay. Because I'm going to punch these out. So keep the same colour. Hopefully this works. Clean in between, and I'm going to just punch out these guys. Where are we? We're about there. it's not going to work, is it? More fool me. That's alright. I'm going to trim these down and then I'll be able to punch. There we go. That works. That works. And hopefully I can do this easily. Ooh. Not quite. Just like that. Alright. Get rid of those scraps. And then go back to my card base again and bring back my two colours. Now this time I'm going to try and stamp a tiny bit higher. I'm going to keep with the 3 ice cream cones again. Maybe try and make them a bit more, change them a tiny bit so that they're actually a bit further and it looks a bit more like I'm intending to make them uneven. Whoa! Shame. I wobbled my stamp. That's what embellishments are for though, aren't they? So then I grab these guys, these ice cream tops. And I'm going to just put them on top. So I'm going to keep them in the same place. Same order. Just like that. But with my strip, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp first. I'm going to stamp in black, and I might very well be able to cover that one up. So let's get it inked really well. And I might just leave it down a bit longer this time. That's better. Much better. Oh, my stamp pads are glaring again. Oh, go on this side. I'll go up here so you can hopefully see me trim it. So I'm just eyeballing it. I'm just using my eye to trim. So then I've got that, and so I could actually just layer it like that, but I think no, I'll trim it like that, and then I might just trim it like that. And I'm just going to use some dimensionals again. And I'll make it straight. So that's just stepping it up a tiny bit just to yeah, add a bit more interest to the card so that it's actually, so the ice creams are actually popped up. And the other thing I want to do is grab my take your pick tool and just pull up some of the iridescent rhinestones. That, and this go. And again, just pop this back up on dimensionals again. Again, another very simple card, but something you can definitely replicate at home. Two very simple cards, so you can do really simple. You could step them up. The next one I'm going to do, I'm going to step up a bit more. So when I was having a think about these cards this morning, I thought about the embossing folders that are also retiring. And so I wanted to pull them out and show you what's retiring in the embossing folders that I have. I've only put out the ones that are mine. So I've pulled out the hammered metal, and I did actually bring up the pricing of these guys as well for you. I'll start with the one on the top, which is the macrame. So this is on the top of my list. This one's normally $15.75. It's reduced by 40%, so it's $9.45 for the macrame. So this one's a really nice embossing folder. You can see the design in that one. This is a great embossing folder you can use for adding extra texture in the background and what have you. The evergreen, this isn't actually discounted, but it is retiring. And this is a great one you could do for Christmas cards. So you can just use that in the background, and then just another sentiment on it in a circle or something, I don't know, embossed. But this is a beautiful embossing folder that I love this one. There's another one coming in which is nice, and I'll probably get my hands on that one fairly quickly. But I can't show you that one. The bark 3D embossing. Now this one, I love this one, and I'm quite disappointed this is going, but this one's 20% off, so it's reduced to $14. So any of these, if you like them, you need to get your hands on them quick and order them quickly before they go. The Greenery embossing folders, so it's a set of 2. And these can go through the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that was on special last month. So these ones are 40% off, and they're $8.40. So you get the 2 for the $8.40. The hammered metal, that one's reduced by 40%. That's down to $9.45. And then the Tasteful Textile isn't reduced, but it's retiring as well. This one, I'm actually going to show you what I've done with this one. So I've actually embossed a bit of crumb cake cardstock. So I'm just going to get that one out of the way. So I've just embossed some crumb cake cardstock. And what I'm going to do is I'm hoping that I can punch out a couple of pieces. Let's go with 3 again. Oh, I just need to, because it's embossed, I think it's sort of just a bit rougher. And so once I've got that, what I want to do is I actually want to add a bit of ink to it. So I grabbed my blending brush, grabbed some crumb cake, and I just want to bring out some of the texture that's on the cone. Would have been smarter just to leave it there and punch it out after I'd inked it up, but you know me. Got to change. I got to make it harder for myself. There you go. So I'm hoping you can see that. So I've actually brought out a bit of the texture of the hammered metal. So, because morning Manda, it's okay. You can catch up a bit later. I'm working with the sweet ice cream today. And what I've done is I've actually just run the crumb cake ink cardstock through the hammered metal embossing folder, and then I've just used my blending brush just to ink up a bit. And I'm going to grab another card base and, oh, wrong side, I'm going to use that side. And I'm going to just pop these up on a dimensional. Now, I want to try and get these as even as possible this time. So, I wonder if I can. Let's try there. That might be too high. That's going to be a bit too high now. Ah! You know, that's a bit too tricky now. Okay. Let me just try that one more time. I'm just going to have to use my eye again and hope that it's straight enough. It's not centered enough. Oh well. Card making. There's no mistakes in card making. I meant to do it that way. Then the next thing what I did was I actually I showed you a couple of weeks ago the Waves of the Ocean paper. So I showed you this paper a couple of weeks ago, and so I decided I wanted to use this paper as part of the ice creams. So I punched out a few of the ice creams from the paper, and so I want to use that today. So I'm going to use that one. Creative opportunities, exactly. So using the Waves of the Ocean papers, yeah, I'll put that on there. And so you've got the ice cream, and then I'm just going to stamp straight on. I hope that I don't muck it up. So we've got that. I'll put some dimensionals on. And so there's that, and then I'll put some more not dimensionals, rhinestones, iridescent rhinestones. I do like these rhinestones. They're quite a bit pretty. So there are 3 cards, stepped up slightly on each of them. Well, quite a bit. So this is my very basic, just stamps, ink and paper. And so I've just used the Balmy Blue, what was it? Daffodil Delight and Calypso Coral. And used the same colours again, but punched out the ice cream tops and stamped the Happy Birthday onto a separate strip, and then pop them up on dimensionals. And then this one I ran the cardstock through the embossing folder, the hammered metal embossing folder, just to give that extra. Hang on, let me see if I can. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, it shows shows that you've got a bit of a cone there, which is, I think, is always nice. It sort of shows that texture that you've always got an ice cream cone, the waffle cones at least. Actually, any ice cream cone, there's a nice texture on them. So yeah, so I like those 3 cards. They're really quick and simple, these ones. I mean, 3 cards in 30 minutes, so it's a lot better than 2 weeks ago, hey. So that's the ice cream top. So I might just move those guys out of the way. I'll keep my Happy Birthday because I might just keep going with the birthday ones. Grab some more card bases. So I'm getting through these card kits. See? Getting through them. There's not that many left now. So let's see if I can do similar to the other ice cream, though there's no punch for this other one. So yeah, I won't step it up as much, I don't believe. It'll be a little bit trickier. It'll be a bit more fussy cutting, so it takes a bit more time. But I won't do the ice creams and the little sticks, but I might do oh, yep, okay. Because I had the ideas for the ice cream. I had the ideas for these ones. They came together fairly quickly. I didn't really think about these ones, except that I wanted to stamp them in 2 tones. So a couple of different colours. So I can definitely do those 2. I might do those 2. And what other blues? What have we got? Maybe not sure about the third one. Do I go Flirty Flamingo and Blushing Bride? Let's just try. What's the worst that can happen? It looks awful. Let's just give it a shot, shall we? Alright, let's start with, make sure I'm in the shot. Because you can mix and match these colours really well with colours that may not necessarily go as well. And yeah, so you can mix and match a lot. Just grab my Stampin' Scrub. And alright, let's go with Daffodil Delight. Excuse me. That felt like it came out of nowhere, that one. That cough. Give me some colour combinations, ladies. Let me know what you want me to stamp in, what colours. I'm working from, so that I don't have to get up, so you know. I'm working from the Brights and the Subtles inks and the in colours that are about to retire. So give me some colour combos that I can use. Oh, I don't mind that actually. Now let's go to the crumb cake ink. And I'm just gonna stamp my paddle pop stick. There we go. That's pretty cute. Now, I think it will work down the bottom. And let's just stick this straight down this time. This is my Stampin', my seal, Stampin' seal. I do like my seal. Oh. Oh. Nope. And there you go, very simple stamps, ink and paper. Just two-step stamping with those ones. I don't mind those colour combos, hey, they're quite pretty. Alright, let's try and step this up a bit then. Maybe we will do a bit of cutting out. Do I stick with the same combos or change them? I might change them slightly, so I might do, let's go some balmy blue. Let's go balmy blue and Flirty Flamingo. Let's really change it. Petal Pink and Pear Pizzazz. Let's try that one. And Daffodil Delight and Coastal Cabana. Let's go through those ones today. Let's see how they look. Pretty sure I cleaned them. Alright, we might cut these out though, so I'm going to start with the bottom one. Oh, that's a bit interesting. Definitely ice creams that kids would love, I'm sure, because you know they like those rainbow ones, that the rainbow paddle pops and stuff. So let's go with we'll go with this one first on top, and oops, that was the wrong colour. That's not the colour I want. I want the bottom one. I want this one. So try and keep them the same size is the idea. Oh, look at that. Probably not ice creams that I would eat. Because you get the nice colour blend in the centre of the ice cream as well. Make sure I cleaned that one. Okay, let's do a bit of fussy cutting. Do you like fussy cutting normally with your crafting, or do you try and avoid it like the plague? Maybe we should change that term. Do you try and avoid it like coronavirus? I don't mind the fussy cutting. It's overcast again here in Sydney. Just seems to keep raining at the moment. But where we are, we're very safe from any flooding and everything, but I do have family that have been quite affected, so that's not so good. You love fussy cutting, Amanda? I don't mind it. It can be quite therapeutic. It can be quite therapeutic doing some fussy cutting. Just sit there quietly, especially at a retreat. When you're at a retreat and you just fussy cut, you just sit there quietly listening to the music that's playing and listening to the chatter that's going on around you. I don't mind it, actually. Alright. We might do our sentiment first to get where we want to put everything else. So if your birthday's coming up, let me know. I can send you one of my cards. I can send you one of these cards. So let me know what your birthday is and I'll pop one in the post for you. You'll need to obviously give me your address if I don't already have it. Alright, so happy birthday. Which order do we want to go in? Let's go with that order. And my little Pop stick and crumb cake. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop them on. I'm going to pop them on so that I don't put them too close by mistake, because that can happen. You stamp the three of them and then you go, oh, they're too close and now they're overlapping. You like having a bit of distance between them. I was going to do that one in the center. Yeah. And then I can stamp the other two. Really bright. I don't know about you. I don't think I want to eat these ice creams. Oh. I'm sure my girls would though, but no, not me. This is probably the closest one I'd probably have, but like you get 3 colours in this one. And you get 3 colours in this one too, but I sort of see these 2 colours. I don't tend to see these ones as much, whereas the green on this one does come out a bit more. So there's the second. That's the second of this group. Hi, Vaughn. I even started a bit earlier, so you might get the notification a bit earlier today. But you did have a sneak peek of what I was looking at doing today anyway, didn't you? Ow. Alright, so that's my 5th card. So because Von's come in late, I might just show you really quickly what I've done already. So I made these 3 cards, so I stepped them all up. Oop, let me just make sure I get them in the right thing. So this one is just simple stamping of just stamp straight onto the cardstock. This one I actually punched out the ice cream top and then add some rhinestones and pop the sentiment up. And then this one I actually used the waves of the ocean paper, and also put some embellishments on the ice creams as well, and ran the cardstock through an embossing folder and then used some ink with the blending brush just to bring out the cone texture. So I don't know, goes a bit fuzzy. There we go. I love this set. So yes, I'm disappointed this is going. Morning, Sally. So many people. Yay. Welcome. So my last one, this is going to be my last one. So what do? I don't know. I don't know. What do I want to do today? What do I want to do now? I think I'll do some more stamping. Have you worked out what colours I should do? Did anyone suggest any colours for me? Let me see if I can go back and get some things. No one suggested any colours for me. What colours should I do? We're working with the subtles, the brights, and the in colours. So let me know if there's any colours you want me to do. So I'll start with the paddle pop sticks, but I think I might try and change it. I don't know, I don't know if I've used this one before. Do I use that? I might. Okay, yeah, alright. I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to, where am I? I'm going to use the crumb cake, and I want to use my soft suede. So let's see how this goes. Polished pink. No, the other ones. It's the magenta ones. So I've got to use Magenta Madness. This is the one that's... Oh, okay, so let's go Daffodil Delight and Magenta Mad... Oh, that's Mango Melody. Ooh, actually, I might go those two. Look at those ones. I might use those two. I'm going to switch out the Daffodil Delight and go with Mango Melody. Alright, I need some more pine lime. So, Granny Apple Green. Granny Apple Green. So, Sally, Granny Apple Green and... Okay, so let's go Daffodil Delight. Let's go that one. Pine Splice, maybe? Let's go with those ones. Alright, I need one more colour combo. I'll stamp these while I'm waiting. Take your time, ladies. And I'm going to pull out the soft suede, and I'm going to pull out this one, which I don't know, I'm going to use it as a bit of, to show a bit of the timber of the paddle pop stick. See if that sort of works. I don't know. Let's go with that. Alright, so two more colours. Where's my base? There it is. Alright, so I'll start with these ones. And you ladies need to give me one more colour combo, two colours. Okay, so Daffodil Delight. Sorry, Mango Melody. Mango Melody and Magenta Madness. So this is an in colour that's retiring. So if you haven't already got it and you love it, purchase it now. Whoa, Now that's bright. That's not too bad. So mint macaron and calypso coral. Okay, I can do that. There we go. Just get some of these back out the way again. Alright, so this is a bit interesting. So I'll do some more fussy cutting again. Make sure I've cleaned them properly. Which way around? Oh, let's go that way around. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. What's going on with that one? Hang on. That doesn't look so good. That mint macaron doesn't look so good. Let's try that again. Let's make sure I'm clean. Okay. Okay, that looks better. I don't know what was wrong with that then. Obviously I didn't clean it as well as I should have. There we go. Make sure that's clean. Alright. Let's go Granny Apple Green for the bottom. And then Daffodil Delight for the top. I like the interaction. Let's put you away. Alright, here we go. Let's do some fussy cutting. I don't know what happened with my mint macaron. Obviously I didn't clean the stamp properly. When I cleaned the Magenta Madness off. I don't want to cut that one. I'll do this one. It's fairly easy to line these stamps up because they're photopolymer, so you can see straight through. But if you're going to make lots of these cards, probably good to use your Stamparatus, Stamparatus to line things up, especially for the stick, paddle pop stick and the cone and what have you. So yeah, it'd be good to use the Stamparatus. I was going to get that out today and I forgot. Today. I was going to, and like I thought about it yesterday going, yes, I need to get my Stamparatus out. I think I even said that to you, Yvonne, didn't I? I do love the Stampin' Scrub. The chamois is good when you're doing things quickly. And so I do like the chamois for that purpose, but the Stampin' Scrub is really good because you can use a Stampin' Mist and that actually conditions your stamps at the same time. So Julie's just asked the question of whether I like the Stampin' Scrub or the Stampin' Chamois, the Simply Chamois better. But I like them for different purposes. So I haven't used my Stampin' Scrub for quite some time because I've always grabbed out the chamois. But the Stampin' Scrub is much better to actually condition your stamps and clean your stamps a lot better, so you can actually, because it's got all the fine the fine hairs and stuff. You can sort of really get into the nooks and crannies of each of the stamps, and you can dry it. So it's got a wet side and a dry side. So yeah, I'd always invest in one of these just so that you can definitely clean your stamps really, really well, and also condition your stamps, especially the red rubber ones, because yeah, conditioning them means that they're going to last a lot longer for you as well. So how do we go? What do we reckon? I'm not sure about the sticks now. I don't know about the sticks. Do I do it that order? That order? I think I do like the... I like this. I do like this one. It's got red tones there too. So, excuse me. So, Sally, do you have a Simply Chamois at home? Do you have it? Do you have a Simply Chamois yet? I can't remember. If you don't, you can try one out at retreat next weekend, because I always have them on hand. I do like this one. This one's good. Okay, so there's our ice creams. Whoa. I can do a treat yourself. Or you melt my heart. No. I could do a thank you. I like the treat yourself. Let's go treat yourself, but it is super fun and bright. Let's go treat yourself. Oh, that stamped well. Let's just trim that off. I'm just not going to get in the way of anything else. Now, let's see. I can always stamp again if this doesn't work, can't I? See you later, Kathy. I'll see you next week. I'll message you. I'll message you next week. Once I sort of get... Yeah, I'll message you. Let you know when I'm going to pick you up. I think I need to add something else to that. I feel like I need to add a bit of colour around the outside. What do you think? What's the worst that can happen? I just have to restamp again. Let's go. So all I'm doing is just placing it in my stamp pad, just to add a bit of extra definition to the label. Oh yeah, I could punch in another colour, but I've done this now. Magenta. Oh, sorry, no. I thought I'd pick up a bit more of the yellows. So what do you think? Ooh. Does that work? Or should I actually punch another one in another colour? I'm just gonna do that. Hopefully. I don't know, I think it's almost ruining it now. No. Oh. It's only cardstock. Just remember that. Too late. Let's try that again, shall we? Funny days. Funny days. Let's straighten that one up. Yellow probably did look fab, but you know. What colours did I bring over? I didn't bring a lot, you know. I do have the Daffodil Delight though. I did bring that over. So maybe I might do a layer and then I'll still use the punch. So what size did I make that one? So if I make it a bit over an inch, let's go about there. Life's a bit funny. Let's try these. There we go. I'm just not happy. I'm just not happy. Felt like there was a bit too much ink. Too much ink on that one. That's better. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to feed it through. I'm still going to use the punch. Ah, that's awesome, Amanda. I'm glad you're stamping with me. That's nice. Yay! I need to be able to push that through. Okay. I've got about there, about there. There we go. There we go. And you know what? I'm gonna stick it straight down just because I pulled it off. It's gonna cover up that mess underneath. There we go. So I'm pulling in the Daffodil Delight on that one. This is not, I've got to say, it's not my favourite card. I don't know why. I think it's the sticks that are just ruining it for me. I should have stuck with these ones. But that's okay. It's not my favourite, but I will add some bling as well, and we might call it a day. There we go. Yeah. The sticks I think are just, yeah, yeah. I think these sticks are much better. I don't know why you'd use them then, unless you stamp onto cardstock. See, that's when my brain starts going, okay, what should I do instead then? Maybe I could improve it at the last minute. Let's try. Morning, Marg. How are you going today? Let's try it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it this way. I'll see if I can actually pop them underneath where I've already stamped them and stuck the... Do you reckon that looks better if I do that? I can do that. Last minute. That's me, last minute. Change it up. It changes it so much actually. So I'm quite happy with that now. So, but the question is, can I pull it up enough so I can put this one underneath? Yeah. Oh. Whew. Just in the nick of time. I agree. Yes, I think we all agree it's much better with those sticks. The other ones, yeah, So sometimes you find that there's some stamps in a stamp set that you just go, yeah, I don't use that one at all. And then there's other times where you go, yep, use all of them. But yeah, just the outline stick, just not as good. It definitely needs to be stamped onto colour, and then cut out. Definitely. Oh, that's the cards. Do a really quick pack up now. But it's the same with. So I could actually, yeah, probably stamp that onto. That's the bit I actually stamped originally. I could use that, but yeah, I don't know. I do like the cone one where it's where is it? Oh, over there. Yeah, I like this one, the hash sort of one, so that you can make the cone look a bit better. What's Sally saying? I wonder if it would be better used like a spoon handle going into... Ah! Yeah, you could be right on that one. Yeah, that would probably be better. Someone needs to purchase the stamp set that hasn't already got it, and then you can play with that. Or if you've got the stamp set, use it as a spoon. See if Sally's right. I reckon you are. I think that's a good idea. I think that's, yeah. I'm not going to do that today though. Sorry. If you're playing with this stamp set, yeah, use it as a spoon and show me and put the photos in the comments for me. I'd love to see. I'd love to see that. Almost there. Almost packed up my stamps. What have I got? Okay, this one. I hope you like the cards. Yeah, it is bigger than the paddle pop stick. That's true. But it's got the flat end, like. Oh yeah, so yeah, spoon, but it's still got the line. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe you can play with this one next week at retreat and tell me what you think. Yeah, you could probably do a bowl of ice cream, so three scoops of ice cream or something, and see what that looks like. So I'm just trying to clear my desk so that then I can show you all the cards that I've done today. So that can go away. Oh, here we go. So there's all my cards for today. I should put them in their order. Hang on. There we go. There. And I've used, as I said, I've used the sweet ice cream. It's got a bit too much glare on it. Still a bit too much glare on it. I've used the sweet ice cream and the ice cream cone builder punch. Both of these are retiring and they're both discounted by 50%. So, oh, yes. Yes, Sally. I'm not going to say that comment on live though. Yes, they're 50% off, so $15 for the stamp set, $15.50 for the stamp, the punch. And you can make some of these cards as well. This one I used the Waves of the Ocean designer series paper to create the ice cream tops, and I used the embossing folder hammered metal to create the cone texture, and then used a blending brush. But yeah, I'm really happy with those cards now. Like this one, yeah, I was struggling with this one, but changing up the sticks is, yeah, it makes it so much better. So much better. So I hope I've inspired you to get creating as well. And look, I've gone over an hour again. Sorry people. Did it again. I hope I entertained you anyway, if even though I went this long. Next week, yeah, I won't be live, but I'll post a video. Hopefully, it'll be a pre-recorded video. So, yeah, I've got my retreat next weekend. Next weekend. So I leave on Friday, and so I'll be packing everything up of my craft space to take with me. So I take everything with me, all my stamps, my inks, my cardstock, my punches, my dies, everything with me, just so that everyone there can actually use some of the products that I've got. It's a bit of a bonus of coming to my retreat. So yeah, I'll have everything packed up, so I won't have anything to play with next week. So I'll have to do that, I think, early in the week, so I can be organised and yeah, be all packed up. So hope you've enjoyed today, and yeah, show me any cards that you've created from being inspired by me, and I'd love to see them. And I'll see you next time. Oh, and the week after is Good Friday, so there may be, yeah, I'm not sure about that week. I may do a pre-record, or I may do it a day earlier. I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. But I will say goodbye for today, and I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye.